We'll begin today's practice lying on your back in any position that feels good to you, but perhaps you take bottoms of the feet to touch in reclined butterfly pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. Hands can rest where they feel most comfortable. Maybe left hand floats over the heart and right hand floats over the belly. And let the elbows just sink to the earth. Taking a nice breath in and a nice breath out. Just begin to quiet the mind. Begin to connect into your breath as you feel your hands rise and fall. You may even want to set an intention for your practice, a purpose for why you're here today. We'll stay here for just a few more moments. When you're ready, we'll bring the knees together and walk the feet to the outer edges of your mat. Let the knees drop in, counter stretching that first pose we were just in. And we'll bring into heel toe the feet back towards you. Bring one knee and then the other into your chest. And maybe just choose to stay still or rock gently from side to side, massaging your low back. We'll begin to place the hands beside you as we float the feet up to the sky. Maybe knees stay very bent here, but we'll play with some ankle movements. So just begin to pump the feet, maybe roll them in circles. Not really overthinking this. Again, just feeling playful. And feel free to keep the knees super bent, not having to slam them straight, but we'll lift the head and shoulders and arms up off the mat. Inhale, we'll lower the right leg down. As you exhale, pull the right leg back up. Inhale, lower left leg down. And exhale, rise back up. So beginning to warm the core. Inhale, lower right. Exhale, lift right. Inhale, lower left. Exhale, lift left. Now we can stay there, maybe lower both legs on an inhale. And exhale, lift the legs back up. If that hurts the low back, switch back to one leg at a time, or maybe bend the knees really deeply. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. We'll take the finger pads to the back of the head, lower your head and elbows to the earth. And exhale, we'll begin to crunch our head and shoulders gently off the mat, not slamming the neck up. We're going to take 10 of these little crunches. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, open. And exhale, crunch. So already beginning to link our movement with our breath as we exhale. Inhale and exhale. 5 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We'll take one more inhale and exhale. Good. Lower the head to the mat. Bend the knees into your chest, cross ankles, grab the backs of your thighs, and just gently begin to rock and roll. So massaging the back, massaging the spine. If this does not feel good, just stay on your back and roll in circles. We'll take a few playful rocks and rolls, but eventually coming into an easy seat when you are ready. So staying to the top of your mat, place the hands behind you, and we'll just use the hands to support. We'll widen our feet. Open the knees, and we're going to drift our knees over to the right edge of our mat. Good. Inhale, lift those legs back up. Exhale, drift the knees over to the left edge of your mat. So I'm going to turn just so you can see a little bit better, but you can stay right where you are. So again, hands are behind us. We're going to drift the knees over to the right edge, opening the inner and outer thighs. And exhale, drift to the left edge of your mat. Now, if that feels good, you may want to try to sit up a little bit taller. See if you can keep your back straight as you rotate over. Inhale back to center, keep the back straight, and rotate over. If that still feels good to you, as we rotate over, we might keep our back long and lean forward, feeling a deeper stretch in our hip. Exhale to the opposite side, roll forward. Good. We'll do a few more of these, just beginning to open the hips. Leaning forward if it feels good. Maybe the hands are still just simply behind you. Exhale, lean forward. Good. One more time each side. Exhale, lean forward. And you'll find that you're just kind of informing off your mat slowly but surely. So when you are ready, we'll center into our mat here, and we'll gently grab the backs of our legs and come into a low boat. So rolling the shoulder blades together, keep your chest high, and try to float your feet up off the mat, balancing on our sits bones. So maybe hands stay to the backs of the thighs as they open up, but keep the back long. Take a breath in and lower into low boat, and exhale, come back into high boat. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, high boat. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, high boat. Inhale, low boat. And exhale, high boat. So on this last one, we're going to hold into that low boat. Exhale, high boat. Inhale, low boat. And hold. Good. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And then exhale, simply lower to the mat. Good. Stretch your arms over your head long. Now, we're going to maybe grab the right wrist with your left hand and start to walk your feet over to the left edge of your mat and pull that right arm over with the left hand, kind of stretching out the right side body. Take a few breaths here and come back to center. Walk your feet over to the right edge of your mat. Grab the left wrist with your right hand and start to pull your body over towards the right side of your mat to feel a left side body stretch. Take a few breaths here. And then we'll come back gently into center. Place your hands by your sides, bend your knees back up, and maybe pull the feet in close to you. We'll begin to rock up onto the shoulders and take a few bridges here. Pushing strong into the arms and feet, rise your hips up high, and then exhale, slowly roll your back to the floor. Inhale, rise up high. Exhale, one vertebra at a time, rolls you all the way to the floor. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, slowly roll down. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, slowly roll down. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, slowly roll. Bring the knees into your chest. Begin to rock and roll. And maybe taking 1, 2, or 3, but we'll all meet in hands and knees in our own time, gracefully or ungracefully. So we'll just begin to sit back into child's pose. Maybe open the knees wide, lower your forehead to the mat, and take a breath. So knowing that we can always come here at any point in our practice if we feel like we need to rest. Good. Find your breath again. And we'll begin to magnetize our fingertips into the ground and rise the palms up to this active hand position. Begin to stretch your right hand to the sky and thread the needle through under your left arm, lowering right shoulder and the right side of your face down to the mat, keeping that left hand very active here. Take a few breaths, stretching out the back of the right shoulder. And then on the next breath out, we'll extend that right arm long. Inhale, stretch the left hand up high. Exhale, rotate that left hand underneath the right, threading the needle. Lowering the left side of our face to the earth, stretching out the back of the left shoulder. Right hand stays very active. Take a breath in, reach your hands back out long, and then come up into hands and knees in a tabletop position. Next breath in, reach your right hand up high. Exhale, thread the needle through a little bit higher with the hips this time, rolling onto that right shoulder. Inhale, open the heart high. Exhale, thread the needle, roll onto the right shoulder. Inhale, reach the right hand up high. And exhale, thread the needle through. On our next breath in, we're going to reach that right hand up high and begin to slide the right foot back into this modified side plank. So maybe the left foot spins off the edge of your mat a little bit. Open the heart, and then maybe extend your right arm out long over your head. Maybe even trying to arc that whole right side body and then relaxing the right elbow a little bit, just letting that arm hang. Inhale, engage the core, open that arm long, and maybe even lift that right leg off the mat. Exhale, tap right knee to right elbow. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. We'll take 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. And last one, inhale, open. And exhale, tap. So open the arm and leg back out long. Place hand and knee back onto the floor. Drop your belly down, open up cow pose on a breath in. And as you exhale, round up cat pose, chin to chest. We'll take 2 more of those at your own pace. Inhale, open the heart. And exhale, curl and round the back up. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, curl around the back up. Good. Coming into neutral spine. We'll begin to plant the right hand down as we reach the left arm up high, and then thread the needle through, rotating onto your left shoulder, hips stay high. Inhale, left hand reaches back up. Exhale, rotating through. So getting a lot of thoracic openings here, that upper back region. Inhale, open that hand high, and then exhale, thread the needle through. Now we're going to reach the right hand up high, and we'll find that side plank variation by sliding the left leg straight back and drifting the toes of the right foot off the edge. Maybe start to arc that left side waist, feeling a beautiful stretch of the whole side body. And then as we come into somewhere we feel comfortable, just bend that elbow and relax the shoulder. When you're ready, extend the elbow long, gather up the core, and maybe lift that left leg off the mat. Staying there, or exhale, tap left elbow to left knee. Inhale, open up. Exhale, tap left elbow to left knee. Inhale, open up. Exhale, tap. 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. And last one, inhale, open. And exhale, tap. Good. Open back up for just a moment. Place hand, foot, and knee back on the floor. On your next breath in, drop your belly down. Exhale, curl and round up. 2 more. Inhale, open up cow pose. Exhale, arc up into cat pose. Last one, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Finding neutral spine, spread your fingers wide, magnetize into the floor, lift your knees 1 inch off the floor. Strong spine, we're going to send the right leg straight back with the left knee off the mat. Exhale, knee touches nose. Inhale, elongate the body. Exhale, knee touches nose. Good. Inhale, open up. Last one, exhale, knee touches nose. Right leg extends out and then plants right back to the floor. Inhale, left leg long. Exhale, knee to nose. Switching sides. Inhale, left leg long. Exhale, knee to nose. 1 more. Inhale, long. Exhale, knee to nose, and plant left foot all the way by right foot. Good. Holding for just a moment more, knees off the mat. And exhale, sink your knees back into the earth. Inhale, open the heart, cow pose. Exhale, curl and round the back up, cat pose. 2 more at your own pace. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Beautiful. So we'll untuck the toes, sit back into hero pose. So weights in the heels, knees are bent. Sweep your hands up high as you extend your hips up long, and then exhale, cactus the arms out to the side as you sink your hips to your heels. Inhale, reach up, and then exhale, the strength of the quads slowly lowers us back down. Inhale, rise up high. Exhale, slowly sink down. Inhale, rise up high. And exhale, slowly sink down. Good. Last one, inhale, rise up high. And exhale, sink down. Start to reach behind you, clasp the hands together. Maybe the palms stay touching as you extend your knuckles towards the earth and really find a huge back bend in the upper back. Hold for a breath or 2. And as you exhale, come back to center. Stretch your arms out long in front of you into an active child's pose. Curl and wave forward into a modified plank, and then exhale all the way down to the floor. Big toe mounds press to the earth as we tent our fingertips out to the side of our mat and pull our elbows up high. On an in-breath, come into a back bend as you open the heart, and exhale, wave your heart back to the floor. Inhale, coming up as high as you feel comfortable, and exhale, wave your heart back to the floor. Last one, inhale, open the heart up high, and exhale, begin to wave forward. Place your hands by your rib cage, elbows squeeze in, gather your core, knees or toes will come into a little plank, and sit up and back into downward facing dog. Remember to spread the fingers wide here, sliding the shoulder blades into their sockets, and then we'll begin to pedal the feet out. Maybe even swaying heels off to one side, and then the other, just again playing in this pose. Good. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. We'll begin to bring the feet together. Lift the right leg up high to the sky. As you exhale, draw your right knee into your nose and gently step your right foot towards your right thumb. Now we'll deeply sink the left knee to the earth and open our heart, coming into a very low lunge, but sinking deep into those hips. Place your right elbow onto your right thigh and spin the left foot off the edge of your mat and really open into that inner thigh. So hips are kind of opened out and we bend the knee deeply. And then we'll come into this modified warrior two as our chest rises. Now, we're going to start to shift our weight into our left knee as we drop our left hand back to the floor and extend our right leg long. Open the heart into this almost like modified wild thing. Looking now to the back of your mat, place your left hand down to frame the right shoulder. Pull that left knee in towards your nose and then lift up into three-legged dog. We're going to reverse that, so pull the left knee back towards your nose, place your left foot by your left thumb, sink your right knee to the earth and find this nice low lunge. We're going to do this several times so you'll get the flow here. Left elbow is going to come to left thigh as we spin the right foot off the edge of our mat, sink deeply into this little side lunge position. Nice ankle and hip stretch there. As our chest rises, we come into a modified warrior two, and we're going to begin to shift the weight onto our right knee and drop our right hand back behind us, elongate your left leg and find a modified wild thing. Open the heart. As we exhale, we'll circle our left hand back to the mat, and we're in this little plank position. We're going to gather up our core and pull our right knee into our nose. On a breath in, find your three-legged dog. Reach that right leg up high. Exhale, pull right knee to nose. Step right foot by right thumb. Sink your left knee down. Find this little low lunge position. Take a breath in. As we exhale, right elbow to right thigh. Spin the left foot open. Sink deeper into this little side lunge variation. And then find our modified warrior two. Sink that left hand back to the earth, extend your right leg long, find a wild thing, and then both hands come to the back of the mat in this little three-legged plank. Pull left knee into your nose. Left foot lifts high, three-legged dog on a breath in, and as we exhale, left knee comes back to nose, step left foot to left thumb. Sink the right knee to the mat, rise up into crescent lunge. Exhale, left elbow comes to left thigh, open the heart, spin that right foot off the edge of your mat and find a side lunge. Come into our modified warrior two, drop your right hand to the now top of your mat, extend that left leg long, open into that wild thing. Drop your left hand down, three-legged plank, and then suck the knee to nose, and then three-legged dog. Right knee to nose, step right foot to right thumb. Last round, find that crescent lunge. Circle your right elbow to the right thigh, open up into that half lunge shape. Find your modified warrior two, right into the wild thing variation. Left hand to the back of the mat, pull the left knee to nose into this plank position, and then three-legged dog as left leg lifts high. Left knee to nose, step left foot to left thumb, sink your back heel to the mat, find this crescent lunge. Open up into our modified little side lunge. Warrior two. And then drop the right hand to the mat, extend the left leg long, find that wild thing shape. Coming into our three-legged plank, and then send the right leg up high, three-legged dog. Now we'll place right foot by left foot into downward facing dog. Fun little flow there. Take a few breaths. Step your feet together. wave forward into plank pose. Exhale all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes, find a low or high cobra. Exhale, wave to the earth. Gather your core, knees bent or straight, come into plank pose, and then downward facing dog. So taking that first vinyasa, know that you can always choose to skip a vinyasa or take every vinyasa wherever you are in your practice. Take one more breath in, look forward, exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, find your halfway lift, and then exhale, fold into a nice deep ragdoll. So perhaps you grab opposite elbows, maybe even sway side to side. You can shake your head yes or no, just loosening the neck. Let the back be long, the knees be as bent as they need to be. And then we'll just gently begin to drip the fingertips down and roll up one vertebra at a time to mountain pose. Sweep your hands over your head high and pull your hands gently in towards your heart center. Take a moment here to gather your breath. Plant into your feet. We'll move through a sun salutation. Sweep your hands up high and exhale, forward fold. On your next breath in, slide your hands to your shins, elongate your spine, halfway lift, and exhale, deeply forward fold. Inhale, sweep your hands high to the sky, and exhale, forward fold. So moving through sun salutation A, inhale, we'll find a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, step into plank pose. Lower half or all the way down to the earth. Find a back bend of your choice, low, high cobra, or upward facing dog, and then exhale, move to downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your feet together, peek to the top of your mat. Exhale, bend your knees, walk or take a big step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your hands high over your head, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step into plank pose, or choose to skip this vinyasa if you'd like and just come straight to downward dog. Inhale, come to your back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Feet step together, begin to look to the top of the mat. Exhale, walk, step, or playfully hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your hands overhead high. And exhale, fold. So we'll take one more sun salutation A. Inhale, find your halfway lift. And then exhale, plant your hands, walk, step, or playfully hop into your next vinyasa. Inhale, come to your back bend of choice. And then exhale, we'll all meet in downward facing dog. So we'll begin to move through sun salutation B here. So we'll step our feet together. Inhale, look to the top of the mat, prepare. Exhale, walk, step, or playfully hop to the top. Inhale, find your halfway lift, and exhale, fold. So we'll begin to sink our hips down low into chair pose. Our hands can come to heart center, or maybe they stretch out in front of you, or perhaps overhead high, wherever it feels best to your shoulders or your back. Sink a little bit lower on your breath in, and then as you exhale, we'll gently forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands, walk, step, or hop through your next vinyasa. Inhale, chest high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet step together. On your next breath in, reach your right leg up high to the sky. Pull that knee to nose, step right foot to right thumb. Now that left heel is going to spin down towards the earth. And I'll pull my pants up here so you can see it. Square your hips to the front of the mat, rise up warrior one. Opening the hips as much as you need to. Sink a little bit lower into that right knee. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, plant your hands either edge of that right foot. Step into plank pose. Take your next vinyasa or push back to downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Feet step together. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step left foot in towards left thumb. Spin your right heel down to the mat. Square your hips, square shoulders, rise up warrior one. Good. Sink a little lower into that left knee. And exhale, plant hands either edge of your left foot, step into plank, take your next vinyasa, or choose to skip this one and rest. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Feet step together. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, walk, step, or playfully hop. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. So moving a little bit faster in Sun B. Sink hips low, hands come where they feel most comfortable on a breath in, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands, walk, step, or hop into your next vinyasa. Inhale, open the heart up high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, feet step together, right leg high, knee to nose, step right foot to right thumb. Back heel to the earth, rise up, warrior one on one breath in, and exhale, plant your hands right back down. Take your next vinyasa or choose to rest, maybe even a three-legged vinyasa. Good. Inhale, open the heart, and exhale, downward facing dog. So just finding where you are in your practice. Inhale, left leg high, knee to nose, step left foot to left thumb, back heel spins to the earth, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, plant hands, maybe that left foot stays lifted in plank as you take your next vinyasa, and then it drops to the ground as we come into our back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and take a breath out. We're going to rest here for just a moment. So this may be child's pose for you, or this might feel comfortable in downward dog. Just take a few rejuvenating breaths in and out. And when you're ready, we'll begin to look to the top of the mat, walk, step, or float to the top. Inhale, find your halfway lift, and exhale, fold. We're going to inhale, sweep our hands over our head high, and come into mountain pose, hands to heart center. Find your breath here. So moving into our creative flow today, we're going to begin to sink into a chair pose position when you're ready. And we're going to start to work on balance just a little bit. So shift the weight to the right foot as you pull your left heel off the mat, maybe stay there. Or perhaps cross the left leg over the right. Sink a little bit lower to feel a deeper stretch, maybe in the left hip. And find your balance. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, unwrap the foot and slide your left foot all the way back into this high crescent lunge. Pull your tailbone down, extend your back long, and reach your hands overhead high. Take a few breaths here. Sink deeper into that right knee. Feel that left hip flexor open. And as you exhale, pull your left heel down to the mat and open up into warrior two. Our right elbow is going to rest on our right thigh as we reach our left arm overhead long. So try not to collapse in the right shoulder and pull the heart open. And then we'll open up into warrior two, and then simply find a nice easy reverse warrior. Reach the right hand forward, and then light with the left hand on the back leg, open the right side waist. Take one more breath in, and then exhale, warrior two for just a moment as we cartwheel our hands down to frame the right foot. Now, our right hand will reach up high to the sky, and maybe feel a right outer hip stretch here. Keep the left knee long. Take one more breath in and circle the right hand to the mat, step into plank. We'll take our next vinyasa or choose to skip this one and take a rest. Inhale, open the heart, and exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts up high, bend the left knee, stack the left hip on top of the right, and open up the inner thigh. We're going to pull the left knee towards the outer edge of the left arm or tricep and step our left foot to the pinky toe edge of our left hand. Take a breath in and sink your right knee down to the earth into this little modified lizard stretch. Keeping the heart open up, almost like we're in a cow pose. Take a few breaths in, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up, and we're going to step wide into Malasana squat position. So toes are slightly out, heels are slightly in, and we're going to sink our bum down towards the earth and place our elbows inside of our knees. Try to keep your heart open and your back long. Now your ankles might feel very tight here. Over time, they'll start to work into the floor. Reach your fingertips back to the earth, send your hips high, and just hold in this like almost wide leg ragdoll here. So hands can support the weight of the upper body, and we'll heel toe our feet back together. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your hands overhead high. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, sink into chair pose. Shift the weight to your left foot and pop the right heel off the mat. Now hands are staying at heart center as we cross the right leg over the left thigh. Sink a little bit lower and find your balance on that left foot. You can even use the toes to kind of counterbalance you here. Take one more breath in, and then staying very still in that left foot, we're going to open up and slide our right foot straight back into this lunge position. So knee is off the mat, back leg is long, hips are squared forward and tailbone's drawing down. Reach your hands over your head high and sink a little bit lower into the left knee to really open the right hip flexor, the front of the right hip. On your next breath in, we're going to spin your right heel to the earth, open up warrior two. So that left knee is rolling towards the left edge of your mat. Place left elbow on thigh and reach your right hand overhead long into the side angle pose. So not collapsing into the left elbow, really drawing the chest up and open the heart. Finding this long line between the right fingertips and the right heel. And then we'll open up warrior two for a brief moment, maybe flip the left palm to the sky and reach forward, exhale, reverse lunge. So no weight on the right hand, it's just barely resting there. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down either edge of the left foot as we reach our left hand up high to the sky. So we're going to begin to build on to this sequence. This is our base sequence if you need to stay here. But as we move forward, we're going to add on each time. Cartwheel the hand down, take your next vinyasa, or choose to just meet in downward facing dog, listening to your body and your intention that you set. Feet step together, inhale, right leg high, bend the right knee to stack the right hip on top of the left, open the heart. Good, we're going to magnetize that right knee towards the right tricep, maybe even look to the right elbow, and then step the right foot to the pinky toe edge of your right hand. Sink the left knee to the mat and open the heart, almost like you're in a cow pose shape in this modified supported lizard pose. Take a few breaths here, enjoy the stillness. And then energize the back leg as you lift the back knee up. Take a big step or a few steps to the pinky toe edge of your left foot, and we'll sink low into Malasana squat. Now, you can stay here if you want to get a little bit more active. We're going to press the right elbow into the right inner knee as we stretch our left hand up high to the sky. Now, you may pop up onto that right toe a little bit more. The right heel might come up. That's okay. You can see a little bit better here. We're going to press into the left knee and left elbow as we reach our right hand up high. And you can see my left foot's kind of lifted a little. That's okay. Take one more breath in. Exhale, hands come back in. Reach your fingertips forward a little bit to help lift your seat up towards the sky and find this nice supported ragdoll, maybe grabbing opposite elbows like we did in the beginning. So knees can be bent or straight. You can stay still or sway. Place the fingertips down, heel toe the feet back in towards one another. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Sweeping hands high overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. On our next breath in and out, we'll sink low into chair pose. Shift the weight into the right foot. Now, the left thigh, can cross over. Maybe we take the right ankle over the right thigh to open into like a figure four shape. Feel a deeper stretch in the left hip. Stay balanced and focused here. We're going to take one more breath in. As we exhale, we'll gently begin to lift the ankle up, slide back into our crescent lunge. Reach the hands up high. Now maybe fist of fire. We're going to pull our elbows down by our side, fist by our side, and bend the back knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fist of fire, pulse. Good. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, pulse. So that front thigh is getting a little bit of a break. As I come up, I extend it long. Exhale, pulse. Good. We'll do one more here. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, pulse. Good. Inhale, a crescent lunge, and exhale, open up warrior two, a familiar flow. Right elbow to right thigh, stretch that arm overhead long. And then we'll exhale, gently come to warrior two, and then right into a reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two, cartwheel, hands down, spin the back heel up, reach right hand up high to the sky. Now maybe roll to the pinky toe edges of your feet. Heel toe your right foot midway through your mat for a supported side plank, or come to a full side plank. Maybe that right arm reaches overhead high as you arc your body up. Maybe that right foot becomes almost weightless, not even touching the ground. And then we'll gather our core, find plank pose, take your next vinyasa, or choose to rest. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet step together. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Stack the left hip on top of the right by bending the left knee. Magnetize your left knee towards your left tricep. Step your left foot wide towards the pinky toe edge of your mat. Now, maybe keeping that back knee lifted or lowering it down, but we're going to come into your elbows if you can. Maybe block support or just stay on your hands. We won't be here for very long. Just going a little bit deeper into our lizard pose. Take one more breath in. And then we'll exhale, begin to plant our hands back to the mat. So magnetize the knee up off the mat. Step your right foot wide, Malasana squat. And we'll hold here, keeping the back nice and long. Begin to reach your fingertips out in front of you to help lift your bum towards the sky. Hang in a rag doll of your choice. Maybe elbows grab opposite sides, sway side to side, or stay still. Place your hands back to the mat, heel toe your feet together. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your hands high to the sky. Place your hands towards heart center. Take a breath in. As you exhale, sink into chair pose. Weight shifts to the left leg. Maybe cross the right leg over, or maybe just the right ankle into a figure four stretch. Sink a little bit lower, open the right knee a little bit more, and flex the right foot just to protect the knee. Move in slow motion. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, begin to unwrap the leg and softly step back into a lunge position. Hands reach up high. Now, I have a lot of right knee issues, so I don't bend my back knee as we pulse into fist of fire. So if you have knee pain, you don't have to bend that back knee. But if you feel good, exhale as you bend the knee, pulse. Good. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Take a breath in. Exhale, left elbow to left thigh. Extend long into side angle. Exhale, open up into reverse. Take one more breath in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down either edge of the left foot. Back heel lifts. Left hand reaches high to the sky. Now roll to the pinky toe edges of your feet. Maybe you heel toe that foot into a modified side plank or come to full side plank. Wherever you are, extend that left arm overhead long. Now, if you can, maybe arc so high that that left foot becomes a little weightless off the mat. Gather your core. We'll all come to plank position. Take your next vinyasa or choose to rest. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. Take a breath in, feet together. Lift your right leg up high to the sky. Bend your right knee, stack right hip on top of left hip. Open. Magnetize your right knee towards the outer part of your right arm. Step your right foot wide to the pinky toe edge of your hand. Open the heart. Maybe sink the knee down to the mat, but if you can, it's available in the hips. Maybe drop to your elbows, but trying to keep your back nice and long. If your hips are screaming at you with this, maybe lift the heart up a little bit higher by placing the weight in the hands. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, place the hands back up, lift the back knee, and step wide into Malasana squat pose. So again, you can stay still, or maybe press that right elbow into the right thigh, open the hand. Take the back of the left hand to the small of your back, and maybe wrap the right arm around And see if you can clasp your hands behind the knee, capturing that full arm bind if it feels right for you. When you're ready, we'll gently begin to unwrap. We'll place the left elbow into the left inner knee as we reach our right hand up high. And you can see a little better on this side. We're going to place the back of the right hand to the small of the back if it's available in the shoulders. Now maybe stay there, or wrap that hand back around on the opposite side of the knee and see if you can clasp the hand somewhere. Open the heart a little bit more. Take one more breath in. And then as you exhale, gently unclasp the hands. Come back to Malasana. Good. Funky little shape there. Hands come to the top of the mat as we lift our bum up high, hang in a ragdoll. Now you might want to clasp your hands behind your head and grab the neck and just gently tug down for some gentle traction if it feels okay on your back. Elbows magnetized towards the earth. Plant your hands back down to the mat, heel toe your feet in a little bit closer. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your hands up high, and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, and then exhale, sink chair pose. Weight shifts to the right leg, cross left ankle over right thigh, and hold in this figure four shape. So we're going to progress our balance a little bit more. We're going to unwrap the leg and open up into warrior three. So my head must lower as my leg lifts. If my head lowers and my leg does not lift, we will feel this all in our low back. So think of your body like a seesaw. Good. Finding your balance, maybe even stretching your arms overhead long for more of a challenge, and we'll all gently begin to sink into a lunge position. Exhale, fist of fire, pulse. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale, pulse. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, pulse. Good. Inhale, reach up, open up warrior two for just a moment. Exhale, find your side angle pose, right elbow to the thigh. Exhale, reverse warrior. Good. Inhale, cartwheel, hands down. And then exhale, reach that right hand up high to the sky as we roll to the knife edges of our feet. We'll begin to find side plank or maybe even wild thing, dripping the foot behind you. Open the heart on a big breath in. Exhale, gather the core, place the right hand back to the top of the mat, find plank pose, and exhale, take your next vinyasa or choose to rest. All meeting in downward facing dog. On your next breath in, left leg high, bend left knee, stack left hip on top of right, magnetize the left knee to the tricep, step long into that lizard pose. Now, if it's available in the hip, maybe keep your back knee lifted as you come all the way into lizard with the elbows down onto the mat. So if that back hip is not enjoying this, just drop the knee down to the earth. Try to keep your back long. Take one more breath in and exhale, plant your hands back to the mat. Take a big step into Malasana squat. Holding here. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Fingertips reach to the top of your mat. Lift your seat high. Hang in a ragdoll of your choice. Lots of opportunities to place hands either at ankles or maybe behind the head, wherever it feels good to you. Bring your hands in front of your feet. Heel toe your feet back in. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your hands high to the sky. Exhale, hands heart center. Sink low into chair pose on your next breath out. Shift the weight to your left leg as you cross right ankle over left thigh into this figure four chair position. So focusing on our balance as we move into warrior three, we'll exhale, gently begin to unwrap our leg. Keep our back long. As our foot begins to lift, our head begins to lower, moving like a seesaw. Good. Maybe finding an extended arm variation if it feels good to you. And then everyone sinking low into a lunge. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, 5 fists of fire, pulse. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, pulse. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pulse down. Squeeze those shoulder blades. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Open up, warrior two. Find our side angle pose. Left elbow to thigh. Reach overhead long. And exhale, wave back into reverse. Inhale, cartwheel, hands down, rolling back, heel up. Lift your left hand to the sky, roll to the knife edges of your feet and find a side plank, or maybe all the way into wild thing. Open the heart. Good. Take a breath in. Exhale, everyone gathering up the core. Plant your left hand to the top of your mat. Find a plank pose. Take your next vinyasa or rest. Inhale, heart high. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Inhale, right leg high. Bend the knee. Stack the hips. Open the heart. Magnetize right knee towards the right tricep, step wide. Good. Maybe keeping back knee lifted as we lower onto our elbows for a full lizard stretch here. Elongate your spine. Keep that back knee energized. On your next breath in, we'll begin to plant your hands back into the earth. Lift your chest up, take a big step into Malasana, sink low into squat. So you're really warmed up here. This would be a great place to try any sort of arm balance that you have been working on. We're gonna move forward here, but you can pause the video and practice pretty much any arm balance at this point. Good. Start to send the hips up high, find a ragdoll with the wide feet. Lots of opportunities to play with hand positions. Maybe even peace fingers grabbing the big toes. Pull your heart down a little bit more, or place the palms of your hands to the palms of your feet. Okay. Wherever you are, we'll heel toe the feet back in together. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your chest high to the sky. Place your hands at heart center. Gather your breath. We'll take 3 slow breaths in and out. We'll take one more sun salutation. Reach your hands up high. Exhale, fold. We'll take our final vinyasa. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk, step, or hop into your vinyasa, or choose to skip this one. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in through the nose, maybe sigh out the mouth. And we'll all meet in easy seat or child's pose. If we're in child's pose, we can bend the elbows, maybe take the thumbs to the back of the neck, or maybe just lift the arms straight by your side. Let the forehead just sink heavy into the mat. Beginning to receive the benefits of our heated flow. When you're ready, we'll just gently lift up into hero pose. Take a moment. Perhaps taking that left hand back over the heart and the right hand on the belly. Just capture the breath again. Start to feel the breath slow. Inhale, and then maybe twice as long on the exhale. And then gently begin to open the eyes. We'll make our way to easy seat if you're not there already. And we're going to extend the right leg out long and pull the left knee towards us. We'll take the bottom of the left foot to the inner right thigh. And we're going to get on the sits bones a little bit more. And we'll place the right hand behind you and lift the left hand up high to the sky. So begin to support your spine with your right hand as you hinge forward. We're going to try to reach for the pinky toe edge of the right leg. So that might be the knee, the shin, or actual pinky toe edge of the leg. Pull your heart a little bit longer and then sweep the right hand forward. Now, if you have really long arms like me or you're pretty flexible, you may even want to grab the left wrist with your right hand and pull a little bit longer past the foot. We'll stretch that left side waist, our QL, quadratus lumborum. So breathe into the left rib cage. Take one more breath in here, and as we exhale, we'll come back to easy seat. And we're going to begin to take our left hand behind you, reach your right hand up, and pull the heart open into this little modified wild thing. counter stretching that fold we just took. Good. And on your next breath out, sink your hips gently to the earth. We'll pull the left knee back up to the sky, and we're going to actually cross the left foot over the right thigh. Begin to wrap your right arm around the left thigh and lift your back up a little taller. We'll sweep the left fingertips behind you and look over the left shoulder for a spinal twist. If that feels okay in your back, you can even take the right elbow and twist a little bit deeper to the outer edge of the right thigh and look over that left shoulder a little bit more. And with each breath out, we're wringing the lungs out. Good. Spinning back to the center, and then we're going to roll to the right edge of your mat and rock up onto the right hip a little bit more. Place the right hand to the earth and push your left knee into that inner left thigh like we did in Malasana squat, and look over your right shoulder. So you may feel this along the right side body, kind of sink into the right rib cage a little bit. Now you could stay here, or I invite you to get a little playful into baby grasshopper. So bring your right hand a little closer to you and pull your elbow by your side so that your fingertips are facing the right edge of your mat now. We're going to reach down towards the pinky toe edge of that right foot and then try to lift your seat up as you lower your head down a little bit closer to the floor. Good. And that's kind of a fun, funky pose. So if you want to pause the video, back that up and practice a little bit more, you can. When you're ready, we're going to come into a reverse tabletop by bending the knees. Keep the fingertips towards the front of your mat and open the head back as you push the hips towards the sky. Taking 3 to 5 breaths here. And then exhale, lower the seat back to the earth. We're going to extend the left leg out long, pull the right knee and foot towards you as you drop the right foot to the inner left thigh. Place your left hand in support behind you as you reach your right hand up high. So reaching along for the pinky toe edge of that left leg wherever you feel comfortable. Take one more breath in, elongate your spine a little bit more, and then exhale, sweep the left hand forward and deeply fold. You could stay there, or maybe grabbing the right wrist with the left hand will pull a little bit past the foot if it's available in your body. Now we'll feel maybe completely different on this side, but breathing into the right rib cage and the right QL. And we'll just stay here for a few moments in stillness and quiet. And we'll take one more breath in. As we exhale, we'll gently lift our chest up tall. Sweep our right hand behind you. Lift the left hand up high as we push onto the knee and foot. Open the heart into this beautiful modified wild thing stretch. And then exhale, we'll softly sink our seat back to the earth. And gently pull the right knee up towards the sky. Cross the right foot over the left thigh and wrap the left arm around the right thigh. Lift the back up a little taller, and the right fingertips are going to come to the back of the mat as you look over the right shoulder. Staying there, maybe taking the left elbow to the top of the right thigh to twist a little deeper. And think about it like wringing out a washcloth. Each exhale wrings out a little bit more breath. And then we'll gently begin to unwrap. We'll roll towards the left edge of our mat, kind of roll up onto the left hip. So our left hand is placed behind us as we push our right knee into the elbow and sink into that left rib cage a little bit more. Maybe feeling that stretch along there. And maybe staying there as long as you like. If you want to get playful in the baby grasshopper, we're going to pull that left elbow in a little bit closer. Spread your fingers wide. And we're going to begin to reach for the pinky toe edge of that left foot. So our left hand and left foot are together. As I drop my head down, my seat lifts, just like that leverage system, that seesaw that we did in Warrior 3. Pull the leg up off the mat. And then when you're ready, gently sink down. So just kind of a fun little playful arm balance there. So fingertips coming to the back of the mat, they're going to face the front of your mat, and we're going to push your seat up into a reverse tabletop, just stretching the front of the shoulders. If this is too aggressive on your shoulders, you can always just keep your seat towards the mat. Let the head drip back. Take one more breath in. Then as you exhale, sink your bum back to the earth. Good. We'll take our hands, grab the backs of our legs, and slowly roll down one vertebra at a time onto our back. Good. We'll begin to bring just one knee in towards our chest. So maybe let's grab the right knee into our chest. Keep holding the knee with our left hand as we open our right arm to a half T shape. We'll look to our right hand as we twist that right knee across all the way to the left edge of your mat. And just see if you can make this as relaxed and passive as possible, even closing the eyes. Try not to hold the breath, just letting it be very relaxed. When you're ready, we'll gently come back onto your back. We'll place the right foot back to the mat, bring your left knee into chest, and stretch your right leg out long. Keep holding the knee with your right hand as you stretch your left arm open to a half T, and look to your left fingertips as you roll that left knee all the way to the right edge of your mat. And just try to soften the breath, maybe even close the eyes. Very relaxed, very passive. And then we'll gently roll back to our back. Bring both knees up. Maybe hug knees into your chest here. And if that feels good, you may choose to move into happy baby by bringing the hands inside of the knees and reaching for the pinky toe edges of your feet, letting your knees come wide. Maybe even rocking gently side to side. And then see if you can touch the bottoms of your feet together, open your knees wide into like a little butterfly position. And just as we started our practice, we'll finish our practice in Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. Hands just come where they feel most comfortable. We'll stay here for just a moment before we move into our final resting pose. Knees can lift. And then maybe extend the feet out long into corpse pose, hands by your sides. Let the feet just naturally drop open and let the palms reach open to the sky in a receiving manner, receiving the benefits of your practice today. And we're going to rest here for a few minutes. So if you need to move on with your day, take just a moment or two to breathe, find gratitude, and you can end your practice here. But if you have the time, I encourage you to stay here on your mat with me through a guided Savasana. So letting whatever thoughts float in just float right back out. Letting the eyes soften, the jaw soften, and the body just begins to melt into the earth. And I'll cue you when we will move on, but just take a moment to enjoy the stillness and the quiet. And then we'll gently begin to wiggle our fingers and toes. Maybe taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You might even like to stretch your arms and legs long, taking another deep breath in and deep breath out. When you're ready, we'll gently roll to one side of your body and just rest here for a moment. Take this as a moment of gratitude for something in your life today. And when you're ready, we'll gently meet an easy seat. You can keep the eyes closed. We'll end our practice with a namaste. The good in me honors the good in you, and the light that shines within you shines within me, and that way we're connected together. Let's sweep our hands over our head high. drawing our hands over third eye, all seeing, all knowing, into heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.